Right. So, Stéphane, how are you today?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm in Paris these days, doing like a lot of interviews for the new album. We are having some nice weather because the past months have been horrible weather-wise. It was really cold and rainy. So today it was a bit better. So my mood is getting better too, and it's nice. Yeah.
Yes, it's been the same here in the UK. Really
Oh
bad
yeah, yeah,
weather,
yeah,
a lot of rain.
yeah.
It's really
I can
annoying.
imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, yeah.
Even though I lived here for a while now, I'm still not used to the weather, to be honest.
Are, are you from Italy?
Yes, I'm Italian. I lived in
Yeah,
the UK.
I could I could hear the accent.
Yes, of course, my accent.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's cool. So where are you from in Italy?
I'm from Sicily. I'm from Sicily.
Oh, really
Yeah.
cool. We played a show there actually in Sicily.
Oh, where about?
I don't remember, but it was for like some kind of festival, but like a tiny metal festival.
Okay, how
And
was it?
the festival in itself was. I mean, there were not like a lot of people, but we spent an amazing time in Sicily. Like the organizers were really nice, and I hope to meet them again one day. Like we didn't meet since this concert, and the people were amazing. The food was amazing. The landscapes were great too.
Excellent.
And yeah, it was cool.
Excellent. I ask because I hope that the hospitality was good.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And you,
It is, yeah.
and you were looked after.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really funny because I think it was the grandmother of one of the organizers who hosted us, and she prepared food for us, and actually, she made like a homemade pesto pasta,
Okay.
and we were like, wow, it's amazing, wow. So like we ate a lot of pasta. It was really good, but actually it was just the starter, and we didn't know that in Italy pastas can be just like a small thing that you eat in the beginning. And then they brought like all the rest of the food, and we were so full already, and it was like a good memory. Yeah.
Yes. Usually the ritual is pasta first
Okay.
with anything like it's like rice. You have to add
Yeah.
something else, and then after you have the main, and the main could be
Yeah.
could be anything
Yeah.
like fish, meat, or
Yeah.
meat, of
Exactly.
course.
Exactly. Yeah. Because in France, when we eat pasta, we eat it like as a main thing. So
Yes.
when we just yeah, 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 yeah.
The one way we never have pasta is as a salad. Like in the UK, they have pasta.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We don't do that. We
It's a
think
bit
it's
strange.
wrong.
Yeah. It's a bit strange. Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
think it's one of those things that you don't do. But
Yeah, and I know you shouldn't mess up with Italian food, right? Like it's supposed to be in a certain way, right?
it's fine. I mean, I got used to it with the different
Yeah,
strange things, but it's fine. Whatever people like, I don't mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Um, yeah. So I wanna just go straight on the album artwork on the new record because
Yeah,
it's so beautiful. I I can't I can't stop looking at it. It's so beautiful.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we always spend a lot of time and effort in making our album cover art, but this one is maybe the best one we ever had, I think. And like we live in such like a digital times, like everything is like digital and modern and everything. And this painting is actually like super old school oil painting, and there is no post production, no editing, no nothing. Like what you see is the painting, and that's it. And I think people are not used to see this type of stuff anymore, and it was like a little bit like a statement, and also especially with all this like artificial intelligence over artworks, and I don't know, like I'm very happy that we went for something like this instead, and it's actually yeah, like we want the visual to be like an illustration of the music, and the music is like the soundtrack of the cover art, and everything is linked. Like Alcest for me is really not only music; it's really visuals and lyrics, and the visuals are really important for me. Like almost as important as the music.
And the one thing I wanted to mention to the artwork, you tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so beautiful, and it feels like refreshing that, especially in the metal scene, that we see something which is truly beautiful, but not like a fashion magazine beautiful. Like it really goes in deep into your soul, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And especially in the metal scene, where there are plenty of amazing artworks, but it's usually really dark
Yes.
topics, dark colors, demons, and apocalyptic visions, or or like very edgy stuff, very harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And our artwork is all the opposite of that. It's full of light. It's soft. It's graceful, and it has nothing dark. It's just like some kind of vision of heaven, or something like this. And that's my goal with this album, is to really transport people to like a better place. And also it feels warm, it's like very warm colors. It's almost like you can feel the temperature, you can smell, the perfumes of the trees, of the flowers. It's very alive, and as opposed to a lot of metal artworks with like dead thing,
Yes, I like to think that, but I'm saying this also for your music. Yes, we just, it feels like we're talking just about your artwork, but I'm also
yeah.
You'll feel the
we
same.
Could say the same
for your music. Yes.
It's exactly the same for the music. It's exactly the same sound, the same approach. Like the music is very uplifting. It's very warm. It's very positive.
And I feel, this is just obviously my personal opinion for what it is. I think that like beauty is more like, it's harder to achieve and to touch people inside than to make something ugly and edgy.
Absolutely. I like 100% agree with you, and it's a much more difficult challenge, because when you start to make like pretty things, it can very easily turn into something like cheesy, like, yes, too pretty, too cheesy, like so there is a very thin line between being beautiful and being like maybe too pretty, then it's just too like sugary,
Mm-hmm.
And whereas in the dark, you can just go as dark as you want, and people will never complain. In the metal scene, people will never complain that it's too dark, because it's like cool to be like. I never understood why people found more depth in dark things. For me, there is a lot of depth in the light too. It's just, and in uplifting melodies, it's just that it's more difficult to touch people that way, because people tend to be touched with sadness, like very sad music or very dark music, and even in the history of art, it's very often the very tormented works which get more recognition. And I understand, because it's very like a visceral, it's very how to say, like it's an expression of the darkest human feelings. But I think that there is a lot of depth in wanting to reach something higher too, and but it's more difficult to achieve. And I know, like in my case, I wish I heard more bands in the metal scene trying to explore this type of emotions instead of always sticking to the dark stuff, you know.
Again, in my opinion, with the I have to choose my words carefully.
Yeah, no problem.
In the with the ugliness, and I'm not talking about people, obviously.
Yeah,
there are no standards.
yeah,
However, if an artist chooses to do something which is beautiful to enhance the experience that we have with nature, then the bar is really, really high and very difficult to achieve.
Yeah, and I think also with beauty there is this concept of vulnerability, you know. So you really show like your more beautiful and sweet side, you know. And I guess a lot of people find this like a little bit disturbing, so they just want to show their tough, you know, and dark side, and they think maybe it's a bit embarrassing to show something a little bit more fragile. But I think fragility can also be a very interesting and beautiful feeling to express, even in the metal music, you know, like. And this is something I wanted to do since the very beginning in Alcest. Like if you hear the first album, Souvenir de notre monde, you know, when I wrote it, I was maybe 18 years old or something. I was really young, and I was like very interested in just expressing like this like fragility and vulnerability and beauty, because like I don't know, I guess as an anxious person myself, I'm very anxious in my daily life. If I was doing something dark, it would make me feel even worse, you know. So I guess I need also to cheer myself up and to make myself be hopeful, you know, because it's very easy to drown into the negativity of the world, you know, like we live in such difficult times these days. It's like I can't even listen to the news anymore. It just makes me feel horrible.
Yes.
So that's also something I don't understand. Like in such dark times, why don't some people want to express something different, you know, and to prove that there is still beauty in this world, you know, and that we can still be hopeful, you know, for something better. And I don't know. And as we said before, it's very, very easy to just do like all the other bands, you know, just make something as dark as possible, as heavy as possible. But I'm sorry, but it's not taking very big artistic risks. You know, you don't take any risk if you do something like this.
Yes, I mean it's easy.
It's very easy, and nobody's gonna confront you because you make something dark, you know, in the metal scene. Whereas I heard so many times that metalheads say that Alcest is way too I don't know, too hopeful for them, you know.
But when I'm looking at the artwork right now, and there is like a frame and the band logo and the characters. Mm-hmm. And as a profession, I'm a designer. I design all of my books, and I've been doing this now for more than 20 years.
Oh, cool!
When I look at it, you know, the composition of the painting, the birds, the way they move, it's so perfect. I can't, you know, like in my head, like there's nothing I would do to make it better, you know, because I always think that way. It's just so perfect. And of course, Joan Lelièvre is an outstanding artist.
Yeah, you know, like what I say, I've met a lot of artists and talented people in my life. You know, like I'm turning 40 next year. I'm like getting older, and I met tons of amazing and talented people. But Joan Lelièvre, I think he's the most talented person I ever met, like in my whole life. He's a genius. Like, you cannot say about a lot of people that they are like a genius, but he is one of them.
Yes,
and when he sent me the picture, I was like, wow, like it's perfect. Like, I wouldn't change anything. And I am very, very, very perfectionist, and I always want to change little things and to make things better. But this time, I had nothing to say, and he has a crazy technique too. I don't know if you have looked at his other works.
Yes,
but his technique is like outstanding. Like, I don't know how someone in 2024 can still paint in this old-fashioned way, and so that it just looks like an old painting, you know. And yeah, he's amazing, you know. Like, and it's very inspiring to meet someone like him, because you just want to be better yourself, you know, and to improve your skills. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an encouragement for, I think, for anyone that wishes to improve their skills as an artist. It's definitely encouragement.
I think he could be like way more famous, actually, because he's famous to like the world of like fantasy illustration and stuff, but he could be like way, way more famous than he is now.
How did you work together?
So I followed his work for more than 10 years. Like, I've been like a fan of Yuan for almost since he started. And I don't know, like, it was never the good time to contact him. Like, you know, like, it didn't happen for like a while. And after some time, I was like, I should really try to contact him and ask him like if he would be interested in collaborating with us, you know. And that's what I did. And actually, he knew the band already, and he liked our music, you know. And of course, when we met in person, we had the same references, you know. We both are into symbolism, into pre-Raphaelites, into Art Nouveau. Like, we are both fans of 19th century art, you know. And we have like the same language, you know. I didn't even have to explain him that much what I wanted for the covers. He knew what I had in my mind, you know. And this is very, very rare, you know, when you meet someone that the person just gets you in 1 second. And
it's amazing.
Yeah. And I was so lucky, you know, because, you know, like, it's crazy because when we got the cover artwork, I was almost a little bit scared, because I was like, oh, with such an incredible picture, the music has to be really good. You know? So I was afraid that the music would be not as good as the cover artwork, you know. So it's kind of funny, you know, in a way. Yeah.
And so did you say to him anything at all, or did he just?
Yeah. So because, you know, I always give like a lot of instructions, because I know what I want. So for this cover art, I'm a fan of this painting, you know, the Spirit of the Plains from Sidney Long. It's a painter from Australia during the Art Nouveau time. So
okay,
I think it's in the 19th century or early 20th century. And it's been one of my favorite paintings for many, many years. But the problem of this painting is that it's on a very horizontal format. It's a very long horizontal painting. So for like a square album cover format, it was not ideal. So I asked Yuan to reinterpret this painting to make the scene fit into like a square. And of course, he changed like the colors and he changed some details. But it's like kind of homage to this painting, which is called The Spirit of the Plains.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. That's pretty much what I told him. And since we like the same movements in art, as I told you, like symbolism, Raphaelites, and Art Nouveau. Of course, he made something perfect. I didn't have to tell him much more.
And it did I think a video as well.
Yeah. For the first single, it's very interesting because he did the cover artwork and also the music video. So I don't think it happens very often, that it's the same person who designs both the visual cover and the music video. So, yeah.
What is the video about?
Oh, it's about, did you watch it?
Yes, I did, of course. But...
I guess it's about someone going from one dimension to the other, like pretty much everything in Alcest, trying to reach the spiritual world, and you see this character is like turning into like some kind of like a mythological bird in the end, and going to another place, and it's like, I guess it's a metaphor for the whole concept of Alcest, which is to bring the person who listens to Alcest to another world, and of course there are way more things to say. Like, it has been filmed during the solstice, and it's like a time lapse. So they went into the nature and they took 8,000 photographies of the landscape changing, with the rising of the sun, and it's the same. Everything is organic, like it's real pictures. It's a real time lapse, and over the photography, over this like moving photography, they designed this like animated scene, with like the girl and the birds and everything. So it's a bit the same as the cover art. Everything is super like organic and handmade, and it's a lot of work. Like, he told me they worked on this video for months.
Okay,
So,
wow, it shows.
Yeah. And again, when he sent it to me, I was just really, really happy. I didn't have any complaints. Yeah.
And what does it mean, l'envol?
In English, it doesn't sound very good. It means the flight.
Oh, okay.
So like something that is just flying away.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the other video is very, very emotional. And so beautiful. And what's it called? I can't pronounce it. Sorry.
Flamme jumelle.
Flamme jumelle, yes.
So yeah, it means twin flame, and it's about like, the concept of soulmates. Like some people can feel a little bit more special than others, and I think we are connected to some people. Like, it could be like a friend or like a girlfriend or someone in your family, and I had to go through like I had to lose. It's like one of these persons over the last years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it was not losing like the person is still alive, But
okay.
But like we are not like together anymore, And this song is about this like connection, and how to cope with the absence of someone, and like it's about loss and love, and I have this friend who is a professional dancer, and she makes like choreographies. So I asked her to write like a choreography about this concept, and that's what you can see in the video. It's like a contemporary dance.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, very emotional.
Yeah, and you can really feel, like the intensity, the emotions and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like going back to what we just said, these are real emotions. Like, beauty, loss, they're like real emotions.
Yes.
And it's really strange that as a scene we don't explore these themes with more heart. It's always very aggressive.
Yeah, and it's always about being tough and masculine, and heavy, and it's like I was never interested in this type of things, and I just want to express something different with Alcest, and I guess that's what some people like about us too.
Yes, I'm one of them.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
So have you toured already with this album?
No, it's gonna be out in June, and then we are gonna tour in December. So it's still in a while. Yeah.
Cool. Stéphane, I don't have any more questions. I really enjoyed chatting.
It was very interesting.
I don't want to take too much of your time.
No problem. So thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And all the best with the new record.
Thank you so much.
I will get a copy myself.
Perfect.
Of course. How can I not?
Yeah, with at least for the cover art. Yeah.
No, not just the cover art. Like you said, for the whole experience.
Nice. That's cool.
Thanks, Stéphane. You have a good day.
Yes. Thank you so much, and yes, you one of these days.
Hey, folks.
Yes, take care, man. All the best.
If you enjoyed this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friend, your family, and your cat, and stay awesome. Don't forget to check out our store at www.headingmusicartwork.com. Ciao for now.
Preview.